Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faiza Binti Hamzah. So today I would like to present an answer for question number 1, which is discuss the step that can be recommended to overhaul the safety program in the company. Firstly, step that can be recommended to overhaul the company safety program is investigating accident and unsafe condition and making recommendation to prevent similar occurrence, as well as ensuring that all workplace accidents, no matter how minor, are investigated. The company should also continue to prioritize employee feedback, even it is anonymous. Workplace duties are constantly changing, and new safety risks can emerge faster than most employees realize. For the second step is make a proper training. A proper training is required for all employees, particularly if there is a risk of injury associated with the job. Give them written instruction and safe work procedures so they can check for themselves if they are unsure of a task or have forgotten a portion of their training. Employers must monitor their employees to ensure that they are using their training to do their jobs correctly and safely. By failing to provide adequate training for their employees, employers not only jeopardize their employees' safety, but they may also be held liable for incident which could have serious consequences. And the last step for my part is communication and coordination for host employees, contractors, and staffing agency. In both temporary worker and multi-employer situation, employers can improve safety by establishing a mechanism to coordinate their efforts and effectively communicate in order to provide equal protection against hazard to all workers. For example, if different employers have inconsistent policies regarding when and where employees should wear PPE, workers may mistakenly believe the equipment is unnecessary, resulting in injury. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Huda binti Ismail. Today I would like to present another answer for question number 1. Another step can be recommended is the company must plan and implement safety and health awareness program. Any safety and health program requires the active participant worker and their representative. The best way to start spreading awareness about the importance of workplace safety is to make it a company-wide value by adding a clause about prioritization of safety in the company. Next, the company must do conducting an expansion of the workplace at least once in 3 months. Check all equipment and tools on a regularly to ensure that they will maintained and safe to use. Pay attention to workplace hazard such as environmental hazard activities such as using machinery in the company. Lastly, developing policy and safety and health issue, including the development of rule and regulation. Every job description must be clear and in writing, starting especially the issue and requirement regarding safety and health responsibility. Applicant will know if they are qualified for the role if unsafe environment are labeled, strict warning signs are posted, and the qualification required for the job are mentioned in the job site.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aisha binti Abdul Aziz and my matrix number is S63189. Today I will present about question 2 of case study 2.1. Establish effective system for taking disciplinary action. The first step is counseling. As a human research manager, Sham must establish effective system for taking disciplinary action, like counseling. If we do this, it will start with a conversation or discussion so they can have a heart-to-heart discussions. Next, prepare written documentations. This step will use if the first step is unsuccessful. This written documentation should be agreed upon by both parties so that there will not be any disagreement in the future. The last one is human resource manager should issue a final warning to any employee who has violated the rules. It's like if Stephen's behavior is found to be suspicious, Sham must give a final warning to Stephen. Besides, Syarikat Zumaju Sedia Berhad should take an example like L'Oreal's company on how to handle these issues. Like L'Oreal company has a code of ethics before doing something like this. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Next point is wise in making any decision or taking any action. Syam, human resource manager need to be smart in making any decision or taking any action. This is necessary so that any decision or action taken will harm the company because it has been found that Stephen is a good employer because he has been promoted twice. In fact, it is likely to have an unwanted effect on the human resource department. The last point is evaluate the performance of employees before firing them. Human resource manager should also evaluate the performance of employees before dismissing them because they want to show their superior that the dismissal will make the company lose an employer, especially if the employer who is dismissed is one of the company's best employers, based on the employer performance evaluation. In addition, there is an act that can be linked to this matter, which is under Section 20 of the Industrial Relations Act due to misconduct which refer to the inappropriate behavior of an employer that is considered inconsistent with the company's role. This is because Stephen Chong was found to have been fired due to inefficient performance based on a statement issued by Sham, the human resource manager, on the instruction of his superiors, the CEO of the company. It's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Fatima Azara binti Muhammad Zuki and my matric number is XC3430. I will continue with the question number 3, which are the possible consequences if the HR decided to terminate Stephen's service according to the situation in the question. As we can see, in this case, the company is neglected or decided to not investigate Stephens according to the situation. They failed to present any evidence and requested the HR manager to issue the termination letter for Stephen without providing any justification and without informing him for a reason. Actually, the boss shouldn't make this decision to dismiss Stephen without giving him any reason and explanation. According to the Malaysian labor law, any termination must include the cause and reason. In this case, Stephen may file a lawsuit for the company, which is a Syarikat Zumaju Sedia Berhad, and the manager because of their wrongful termination. Stephen actually entitled a benefit and award if the termination done unfairly for him. Next, if dismissal lack of cause and reason, he also granted compensation, reinstatement of lieu in compensation, and back pay from the company. According to the Malaysian labor law, for each year of service, 1 month's salary is granted as a termination compensation. As we know, Stephen is a senior employee in the company and it may cost thousands for the company if they fired Stephen unfairly. However, the boss has another option to determine Stephen's remuneration as well as how the proceedings would be handled. As I mentioned before, Stephen might ask his job back, but the industrial court could issue him another judgment, such as requiring the company to pay the employee money as a compensation for lost his job.
Thank you, Zara. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadia Shakira binti Zanarizam Eliza Jose, matric number S63298. And now I will explain the third point for question 3. Severance benefit must conform with the service contract and meet the 1955 Labour Act's minimum rate. Only personnel with 5 years of service receive this rate, which is 20 days salary every year. Stephen Chong has been promoted twice in his 9 years at Zumaju Sendirian Berhad. Thus, Stephen Chong is entitled to written information on the termination benefit amount and calculating process. The employer must pay the employees termination benefits within 7 days. After doing some research, we came across another incident that was identical to the Stephen Chong case that took place in Malaysia, where a 37 years old clinic assistant was sacked for no reason, paid her 165,000 ringgit Malaysia in reparations. The clinic assistant's lawyer claimed 120,250 ringgit Malaysia in compensation in lieu of reinstatement and 14-month back earnings totaling 45,500 ringgit Malaysia due to the employer's unjustified justifications. That's all from our group. Thank you.